This is always fun. That's way under there. Underneath the rear end here. It's even more fun on the front, by the way, because you don't have any stroke. And I think my jack needs a little bit of oil in it. Just raise it as high as I can here, because I think I need enough room to roll that tire under. I don't remember. Jack to come loose when you don't be careful. That's why you never get under a vehicle on a jack. There's the old Harbor Freight jack. Probably high enough. I know these look like Harbor Freight jack stands, but they're not. These are Lazarin. I don't know. I've had them for a long time. Pre-Harbor Freight days. Probably built in the same factory. It's coming down some. Gotta be quick, I guess. I should be able to go up 3 notches or so. And we'll keep those close to the center. Let the car down on them. Like down a little further forward. I guess I shouldn't be under the car. Not that I think that it's still on the tires. I'm going to leave that jack there because jack's snug at least. And then you want to always give it the good death wobble, not while you're under it. Got it up off the jack stand. Snugged her up a little too high. think it'll fall off there. I'm not going to get into the car anyway. Let's see here. They may not have been all that tight anyway. So, and if they're not brand new, I sure did put them up good. Alright, now, obviously, of course, that's not going to come out right now because that's not high enough. So, what we're going to try to do is lift that side. Well, we will, but I'm out of air. So, I'm going to turn the compressor on and as you can see, hear me over the compressor, this is how this got a valve on here. So you can attach this here first. Like so. And then attach your air hose here. If I had 2 hands, I could. Now they're hooked up. Let's open that. And it will fill the air tank. Now obviously there's a compressor, as you can see there. And the compressor, well, the car hasn't been running a few days, so it leaks air somewhere in the back. It's half the system here. It's not a really bad leak. I don't know how I'll ever find it. And I don't know how to prevent it. But we'll let that fill a little air up. Usually when I run the car every couple of days, I pump the air back up, but I don't have to. This little compressor here will actually give me more air than the old Craftsman did. This will hold 100, well, I don't know, the tank's rated for a couple hundred pounds. Okay, now the compressor shut off, that's all the air it's going to get. So, back over here, turn that off, and then you can hook, I'm going to leave that hooked on there in case I need more air. So let me put you back on the tripod. Now let's see if it'll lift up that side. not totally full up on lift or I'm out of air. I've got the right side all aired down and the left side all aired up. But it's not fully aired up because I don't have enough air pressure. And so far, it's not going to come out of there. So the solution I have for this is not the best. I don't like it that well. Is I can air this tire down. I've got to take this tire off anyway, so if I could get the body to raise just a little bit more, it would come out of there, I think. I could use a bumper jack, but I got no bumper. So, it'll come out of here. It's going to take a little fight, but it will come out. So what I have to do is put it back in, and I'll try to show you that. If I don't get too frustrated. Same thing, has to be out of air. It rolls up in there. Ta-da! So, you say, that looks like a good tire, which it is, it's brand new. What's wrong with it? Well, what's wrong with it is, I don't know if you can see that, I'll show this up close up here in a minute. The plug in it right there, because I had put a drill bit through it. So, we're going to make the attempt take that tire off, and now here's a brand new tire that doesn't have the holes. So it's exact same size, everything. So now I did that. I bought this tire right after I did that. And then I went ahead and side plugged this, and I determined at that point just to leave this on there until I'll throw it along the car because I don't want to punch any more holes in a new tire. They're cheap tires. They're from Walmart. They're, see here maybe, they're Douglas tires, and I bought them cheap for this very reason. I figure I can get better tires on there later. I didn't expect to do that. Later I thought, Matt, several thousand miles down the road, I didn't know if I was going to rub the sidewalls on something on the side, you know, or anything like that. Was my biggest concern, not drilling a hole through it with a big drill. So, it wasn't a big drill, it was a long drill. And so anyway, about time it got changed. Sorry you missed a lot of that, but that went dead on me. I spent time, showed you how to change tire. Not like you don't all know this, but I did a lot of grunting. But the way you do it, just so people that don't, this is how, I don't know, this is how I have always done it. Bumper jack. Set the bumper jack on the edge of your bead right here. Start jacking. I use the back of my truck until it breaks the bead loose. Of course, obviously you got the valve stem out. And flip it over, do the other thing. I happen to have this thing. I inherited this. This is the first time I ever used it. Helps to make the job a little easier. You can use that to hook under the edge here. Pull the bead off. Reverse the process minus the jack. Put it back on there. Now, that's why I keep a old bumper jack. I have a couple of them. Just so I can do that. I don't like bumper jacks. Not safe. Work good to break your tire loose if you ain't got a tire tool. I don't have a tire tool, and I'm probably not going to get one because I don't intend to do that every day. Now, a lot of fun putting it back in. Show you what I did. You can see the car sitting at an extreme angle. The only way I get it went right in there too. I just now aired the tire up. I left it aired out after I set the bead. What I ended up doing, jack stand here. This airbag is aired all the way down, which I think you saw that earlier. I don't know what got filmed and what didn't. This one's aired, that one's aired all the way up. However, it doesn't have quite enough lift to lift the body high enough. So I left this jack stand there, put the jack under this axle on this side, lifted the car up, let it rest on that one, moved the jack stand here under the frame, let this side back down, and it put me in that position. The tire went right up on there. So sorry you missed all the grunting and groaning of me figuring that out, but I just told you how to do it, so you don't have to. You know how to get that big old tire in there. Like I said, I've aired the tire back up, getting ready to put the car back down. But that wasn't fun. But I learned something. I guess I'm going to have to carry a couple of jack stands with me of some kind. If I ever mean to change one on the road. And a floor jack. Probably not that one. Probably get one of the little lightweight floor jacks. Stick it in the car. That was fun. Not really. Now, I'm going to go ahead. I'm not going to film it because I'm holding my phone now. Let the car back down, and then I'll come back, kind of give you my roundup. All right, just a wrap up. Probably repeating myself here. I had some technical difficulties though, but new tires on. Hopefully I filmed how I did that using a jack stand under the frame in front of the tire, and the jack was under this side of the wheel. Dropped this down, aired that all the way out, aired the other side all the way in. I believe you could do it just off one side. I had the whole back end raised up. I don't think you have to do that. I'll find out one of these days. It goes right on then. Once it won't quite lift enough, you have to droop it just a little. You have to drop it down. So after I got the jack stand under the front of the frame up here, that jack stand under the frame, and I had the floor jack under this side under the shock. I lowered it. Now I left the floor jack under it because you're not supposed to overextend your shocks or your airbags, and it dropped it 2 inches maybe, inch or two, just bare, and that's all it took. Tire slide right up on there. So put it on, it's aired up, 32 pounds of air, torqued the wheel lug nuts to 100 pounds, went around and torqued all of them actually. Well, the rear ones, I didn't torque the front ones, but they probably need it. I don't know, those are, Explorer ones are supposed to be 100 pounds. I don't know what those are supposed to be, that's why I didn't do them. And so it went right on there. Like I say, I'm sorry. I had I filmed the whole thing. I thought I was filming the whole thing of me dismounting the tire and remounting the other one, but the camera was off. So, well, it went dead. There's this little camera and it went dead. It goes dead really fast. And so, anyway, boy, that display shuts off really quick too. They're on there. Now, a couple things. So, it's not that bad. I think it'll be all right. I'll know something because I never did mention it. On this tire here, I messed the bead up on it. It was the first one I put on after 30 years. And I messed the bead up on it. So, it probably needs change. I was hoping that was the same tire that was over there. It's not. It's this one, which I probably should buy a tire and change it as well. But maybe. I don't know. Before I go any long trips, it's going to get the tires changed probably. Trips, short trips, long trips, any trips on the highway. I'll probably have the good set of tires put on there. Something that I'm pretty sure maybe won't fail me on the road. But anyway, I'm getting kind of caught up on the car. I wanted to get that tire changed. As I said earlier, I think it got on film that I have a little bow back right here from that inner fender. This side here, I don't know if you can get up the camera, if you can see that. Its welds are broken because I had to jack that out. So like I said, I'm going to get up under there, peel that out a little bit, and put panel bonding adhesive, and then bond that down just right in the spots it's not hooked. I'm not going to weld it again. So, yeah. Anyway, last I've got to do right now, but I'm still waiting on them, is changing this. It still works, so I'm not going to worry about it now, but I want it changed, and I don't know if they'll ever get here. I haven't started the car probably in a week. Not since I put the starter on. That may have been a week ago. It may have been Monday last week I did that. Or, yeah, I think it was Monday afternoon. This is Monday, I think. I'm losing track. Let's see if this car will spark off. I don't know. May not. If I find my key. Well, don't know what it is. Key. Okay, well, I found my keys. They were... the pocket was full of screws. They kept stabbing me in the leg, so I took the hand, stuck it down there and grabbed that whole handful of screws out and stuck them in a cup over there. And I threw my keys in there too. So I have more keys, but I kind of thought I was going, it's getting old, it's terrible getting old. So let's give this a couple all the way to the floors. It's been a week. Alright, here we'll air the pressure back up. That's always a pleasant sound. Good oil pressure. Nothing else to look at. No fuel, even though there is. So that's the other thing I have to do is the whole start of this whole thing is I got to get the fuel sender out and adjust it. So she's a running. We'll run it until the compressor turns off. Compressor, I think I used it's 150 pounds, so it pumps 150 pounds. My shop air, my compressor, it only goes to 120, so I can't fill the tank up back there with the compressor. I have to finish with the little one, and it's slow. So I've got to get that leak fixed, and I just don't know where it is. It's going to be somewhere here back, because there's a row of check valves in here. So it loses air in the front, it won't lose out of the tank. Well, it's losing out of the tank, but it's not losing out of the bags, which is a good thing, but I just got to find it. I've got several places that are suspect. There's a gauge It's a really slow leak. So any place there's a joint, there's several things in back that could be leaking, but maybe it should idle, I don't know. May not be warmed up yet. Of course, obviously need to get the flasks built for the metal casting. Been working on that gazebo over there, and I still want to get the speedometer in here, but I at least got some timber. But like I said, I think I said in one of the posts that I need to paint my dash. I need to paint all around these. I need to paint this. This is all going to be satin black, and so I think I'm going to even paint these satin black. I know they're car color painted, body color, but there's a black piece that goes over the top of this, and I'm going to paint those black. The car's going to be gray now, so I was going to go all the way out black to the edges here. I may paint these door frames black. I'm still thinking about doing the window frames black, and my car, I can do whatever I want, I guess, but I'd like to go ahead and get painted around the outsides of these. Even if I don't have the whole car painted, paint this, paint the cowl, paint the dash, and then if I could get all this around this headliner painted, I could put the headliner in and then the windows in. Sucks, I really don't want to do that now, but I didn't want to work on the interior yet, but I may have to. So anyway, she's a good little car. I like her. But I can't really get on the road. But at least now I don't worry about my tire maybe blowing out on me with that side plug in the side of it. But so my tires are good. I guess I'm going to have to scratch some of the surface off of that new one so it matches the other one. It's good at spinning the tires. So, but went ahead and went around, aired all tires up to 32 psi. Like I said, I torqued down the rear lugs. I need to torque the front lugs. And then a couple things, and then I'm gonna get busy. It's December. It's kind of hard to get out here in the cold, but it's really nice today. I was actually out today all day in a sweatshirt. I started out I'm wearing a jacket again. It's getting late and it's getting a little chillier, but I got hot in the jacket. So it's a jacket. It's the camo sweatshirt jacket. So, but I've got a sweatshirt on now under it, and so I just wear a sweatshirt today and seemed comfortable. But I'm glad I learned about how to get the tire on and off now. I think I can do it a little easier, a little quicker, and that's all the point of all these little exercises, to learn all that stuff, and hopefully show everybody else something, and so you don't have to go through the trials that I go through to find them out. But anyway, that's about all I got to say. It's have a Merry Christmas, everybody. It's doesn't seem like it's already Christmas time, but me and the wife are going to stay home. We're going to have ham and something. I don't know. I bought a little ham today, and just like we did Thanksgiving. But man, my steering wheel straight. There. Anyway, everybody have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, and all that, and hopefully we have a prosperous New Year. I don't know. We'll wait and see. But and I'll keep plugging away. Hope to see everybody in June. Hopefully. That's my goal. I don't know if I can make it, but the cars can drive off and on the trailer. Pop said if I could drive it off and on the trailer, I ought to bring it. And it would drive off and on a trailer. I don't want to bring it on a trailer. I want to drive it. But I don't know if I'm comfortable doing that yet. So anyway, I will talk to everybody later.